What's going on, man? It's your boy Frankie X, aka the Rican Rockstar. I'm live and direct in the building with the motherfucking blueprint. You know how we rocking. Let's get it going. Oh, man, I know y'all see the sweatshirt, you know what I'm saying? I was originally born in the Bronx, New York. Then I moved to Florida, you know what I'm saying? Tampa, baby. 813, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the J, Jefferson, you know what I'm saying? J Boys for life. Yes, sir. You know, and I feel like, you know, although Tampa raised me, I still have very strong, you know, ties and roots to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, my music is influenced by New York City. You feel me? Like, you know, my lifestyle is influenced by New York City. Of course, Tampa as well. You know, I know Tampa like the back of my motherfucking hand, you know what I'm saying, at this point. So I feel like I'm like a nice combination of like some Timberlands and some polo boots at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like a perfect mix. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Frank, man. Rest in peace to the OG. You feel me? That was my grandfather. He showed me art at a young age when I was, you know, coming up into the life. And he started off with like painting and drawing. That's what he did. He was like more like a physical hands-on artist. Like he would sculpt, he'd carve shit out of wood. You know, he's just a handyman. He was an electrician to me. Like he did all kind of shit. So, you know, he got his respect, and, you know, he was his family man. Everybody in the building loved him. You know, he was, was stationed out in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? That's where Peoples is from. And his name is Francisco, or was Francisco, which is my middle name. And they called him Frank. So, you know, when he passed away, it was like my biggest artistic inspiration was gone at that moment, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I should dedicate my art to, you know what I'm saying, the one who taught me art. Feel me? So, again, rest in peace, you know, shout to the man. I'm like, damn, I've been doing this shit kind of my whole life. Like, I wrote poems, I wrote raps when I was a kid, you feel me? And I never really, you know, like took it seriously until I got to be like, you know, the age I am now. The last, like, I've been doing music for almost 5 years now. I started when I was 20, I'm 25 now. And, you know, just growing up in life and just experiencing music more and more and realizing, you know, that I really had like strong ties to it, you know what I'm saying, through my mom and my dad, both giving me their respective, like, you know, favorite genres and, you know, instilling that in me. You feel me? And my boy Flex, shout out my boy Flex Winter, my left hand, you know what I'm saying? Best friends till I die type shit, my bro. He actually put me on because, you know, he was becoming an artist. He was starting to go to shows and go to the studio. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just tag along, you know, see what it's about. And then, you know, I hopped in the booth. I still liked it, you know, I liked what I did. And I'm like, all right, I'm just, you know, keep trying this shit. See, you know, just big glow business first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, outside world. It's funny because they actually got, you know, the CEO in the building and this, you know what I'm saying, like
what, Illy? Shout out
my man Ills, you know what I'm saying, that's big outside Ills. Actually, I am not an originator from outside world. I was kind of like inducted into the group. Like they had this going for some time before me, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you. And I met them in 2017, I think, or 18. I think it was 18 because I met them a year when I was already into it. And, you know, I just felt their vibe, you know, they was really, you know, on some shit that I wanted to be on. And, you know, I wasn't Frankie like I am now when I met them, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of development, you know, I got to credit a lot of that to my man Ills, you know what I'm saying? Because he really kind of like just put me in position to really like, you know, show my potential and, you know, show people what I could do and just, you know, help me change the sauce up a little bit. So, and now, this is where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, got it tatted on me too, you know what I'm saying? Got the globe on me.
Straight up.
Yes, sir.
Just like that.
I released my first, like, my debut, like, project with Outside World. That was my first project, which is my only project out currently called Heartbreak Summer. You can get that on all platforms, by the way. And that's where the songs H.E.R and PICO came from. You feel me? Like, H.E.R was the first single off of there. I had that song before I even made the project. And a lot of trial and error with that song. It was my first, like, real song. I felt like could do something for me, though, you know? So, and I dropped it. Actually, yesterday made 2 years it came out, ironically. And, you know, I dropped it. It changed my life, you know, 2 years ago. And I put a video out last year. I think, was it this year or last year? It was last year. Okay. Yeah, it was around this time I think we started recording it. Oh no, I don't remember. But H.E.R came out first, then I dropped PICO after that in the summertime, and then I went back and shot a video for that back in this May in, you know, the homeland Puerto Rico, shout out. And you know, just those two singles I just really like pushed really heavily, really hard. I just knew that, you know, the traction they got, I had to do something with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was only right of me to keep pushing it. And, you know, here I am, thousands, tens of thousands of streams and views later on the videos, and, you know, everything like that. Is just, it all comes full circle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That story, man, that's a funny fucking story about sometimes you don't even know what you got, man.
Sometimes you don't know your blessings because they're not made apparent to you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got angels. They bring shit to you. So shout out to my dog Robbie, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know about this contest because I don't listen to the radio that often. I'm more of like a, my YouTube music or my aux, whatever the fuck I'm listening to. So he listened to the radio. He's the one that told me about the 94.1 contest where they was trying to pick, I think it was 30 artists, if I'm not mistaken. And, it was like a bracket style contest. Like, you go head to head with another artist. You win whoever has the most votes. And I had no idea about it. I had no knowledge of it at all. Robbie told me, I said, fuck it, and entered. And then I forgot that I even did that shit. Then when it was happening, when the first round started, there's my homie Crew Soundwaves, was also a participant in the contest. His manager actually hit me up and told me, yo, I think they got your picture wrong because my picture was mixed up with someone else. Like, someone else had the bright, spicy red hair I had at the time as their picture, and that wasn't me. So I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I didn't know I was in this shit. I went to it. It got figured out before. I didn't do anything at all. I had to just worried about it. I wasn't worried about it at all. And, I went to the contest. I started taking it seriously after I won the first round. I'm like, fuck, I might have a real chance. It's only 6 rounds anyways. I already won one. So I ran through that shit, I pulled the city out, I had a lot more support than I really even anticipated because people was really going hard for me,
So you got a 6th round, you made it to the
yeah,
first
man.
round.
Shout out to the PICO
Shit,
Patch Kids, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Hey, shout out to my man Los Diggity too because he and I know, that we should have been the ones that was in the final going at it head to head, but unfortunately it didn't play out that way. But my man did his thing too, made it to the last round. He didn't win it either, but I feel like as an overall it was still a win for both of us because we even got the opportunity to do that. Out of the thousands of artists in Tampa, we got selected to be like the last 4.
Fuck,
what I'm saying? So
that's big shit.
That's something. So you can go listen to her on all platforms, whether it's YouTube Music, Apple, Spotify, whatever music app you want to listen to, I'm on there. Her was inspired by just an assortment of women that have come and gone in my life. You feel me? And I just felt like that song was just me, like talking up like my perfect girl, like my perfect ideal relationship or situation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And that song I recorded actually 3 times. The first time I recorded it, just didn't go how I wanted it. Second time I was almost there, but the third time I finished it with actually a different engineer than I usually go to. Shout out my man Tone at AMG, and shout out my man Soda at Grand Band. He was supposed to record that song, but Tone had got me right. But at the same time though, Tone by doing that showed me like how my sound, how I wanted it to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go elsewhere to kind of, really find yourself and come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I had to do. Now I'm back in Grand Bay religiously, you know what I'm saying? And so the video, we did that. We had a whole audition for the video girl. Like we set up a whole booth and everything with judges to come to the spot to audition. And we had a couple, candidates, and then one, she just came in, she chose herself, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angel because she's the one that ended up being her in the video. And it was dope. We had a couple different places we shot at. We shot at the Funland Theater. We shot at the Bo's Ice Cream Shop. We had shot at some little restaurant too. I forgot what it's called, but like a little deli, New York style type restaurant. It was dope. It was really dope. And the video got 11,000 views on it. You know what I'm saying? First video of mine to go up like that. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, feel like that boy. Feel like that boy.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
10K shit.
Yes,
I know
sir.
what's up.
It was up and it's stuck now. You know what I'm saying? Now everything I'm doing, I expect nothing less than that. You feel me? So now I'm trying to just beat myself every time. You gotta level up. You feel me? So that's what I'm trying to do now.
But give us some game.
I'll give you 3 things, right? First thing, don't ever stop. Don't ever doubt yourself because me, I'm a very shy person. Although, I ironically, I chose to pursue a career that involves me being in people's faces all the time. I'm still very shy. Feel me? I'm very, not anti-social, but I'd be hard to talk to sometimes because I just be kind of scared too. You know what I'm saying? Anxious. But, feel me? I have to kind of, combat that when I do this because I don't have a choice but to, if I really want it, I don't have a choice but to, not be that way because I have to go out there and talk to people. I have to go out there and show people who I am. Show them that, I am an artist in all what I come with. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of push that shit away and do it. It's like work, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be at work, but you need money though. You feel me? So you got to do what you got to do. And my second thing would be, don't be cheap because this shit costs.
Right.
It costs to be the boss for real. So, you got to make those investments to really get where you want to be because, it's a thing where you could, meet people and stay down with them. They just happen to provide resources. You build them over time, which is what I have now as well. But also for yourself, you have to invest as well. It goes beyond just booking studio time and just, making a record and go on stage and all shit like that. You got to invest in travel, studio. You have to, pay people for beats, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with a lot. So you just got to be able to, really, if you really want to do that shit, you got to focus up and don't be cheap. Don't be afraid to spend it. I was raised up on like some New York shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause my pops, he's still to this day faithfully still listening to like old New York, you know, like records. But you know, like that's the kind of shit I was raised on. So like I was just like, oh, bars, bars, bars. You feel me? But then with my mother, she put me on to R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot softer shit like disco and you know just pop music, all kind of shit. She listened to the radio a lot. So whatever's on the radio, I was intaking. So like I did miss like certain parts of hip hop because I was just so stuck on like northern music. And then like some southern shit too, but then like the R&B also, that I missed certain things in between. So like I had to, when I got with Outside World, they kind of like filled the holes. You know what I'm saying? Like they put me on all kind of other shit I never even thought about listening to. You know what I'm saying? And that all overall influenced my music. But I think my biggest influence, and I gotta shout it out because you know what I'm saying, BX, A Boogie, you feel me? I feel like he came out and I was listening to him at a time where we were going through similar things. You know what I'm saying? The music he made was just too relatable. I was like, bro, like I love this, like I really could feel this. And I ended up going to a concert of his, my first concert ever. He had here at Tampa at the Orpheum back in 2016 or 17. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna try this music shit out. So I went with my friend, cause I was going with him to the studio already, my boy Flex. I was already going to him to the studio, listening to his shit, discovering people that actually made music locally was dope to me. And then I'm like, I'm gonna try that shit too, fuck it. So I went, made a record, you know what I'm saying? I just kept going, and over the years, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I linked up with Outside World, just kept going, wasn't cheap, you know what I'm saying? And I just kept investing in my craft and investing in myself, you know what I'm saying? Investing my time, my energy, my spirit, just everything into the music, and now I am where I am. So look, I got some singles coming out, you know what I'm saying? Expect them in the springtime. I'm gonna drop a video for a single that I feel like is gonna be one of my next ones that really do some damage, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you hear that, you know what I'm saying, off camera as well, feel me? I got a project coming, you feel me? I don't want to talk too much on like the projects and like the time frame thing, because projects is kind of weird. You got to kind of go with the flow sometimes.
Right.
So, but expect at least 3 projects from me. I'm saying this on camera, so I got to do it now. Feel me? The management's here, they heard that. Expect 3 projects from me, a boatload of singles, and just more performances, just more, interviews, networking, connections, just more Frankie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, Outside World,
Outside
family.
World, yeah, man, the family. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? I gotta shout the crew out. Shout out my dog, Fetty Suo, you know what I'm saying? Lead producer, co-management. Shout out to the dog, Outside Ills, the boss, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my man in the building, Von Shine, new addition to the team. Actually, expect more from him also. Shout out my man Doja, Swayze, 3D Swayze, Flex Winter, feel me? Shout out to Landkiss. Shout out to Billy, aka Baby Corleone. 808, the little producer, you know what I'm saying? The main, you know what I'm saying? That's my homie. Libra, you know what I'm saying? Libra shit. And, we just got a lot going. I deal with people outside of Outside World too, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of affiliates as well. Shout out my dog Yism. Shout out to Forever Lit, the homies in New York City, back in the hometown. And my man Push Supreme. It's just a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But, because I'm very well connected all throughout the city, I feel like. And, a lot of areas. So I feel like I pretty much know everybody. But, there's people you can still meet that, you might want to network with, that you might need to network with. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to that part as well. To going outside world, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Well, actually, H.E.R wasn't made by a producer from Outside World. That was made by my dog Santiago Perp. Shout out to the man, you know what I'm saying? He made my first hit,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then PICO came out hot and spicy.
Right.
PICO, feel me, came out, and that was made by my man Fetty Suo over here. Suo need bands, you dig? We gonna get him with this music shit. So, but yeah, everything else pretty much is produced in-house. Like, I only really fuck with, Suo makes a lot of my beats. Like, he makes a good, I would say a good 40 to 60% of my music. And then when it comes to forces outside of that, I work with, 808 also, my man 808 in the group also. I work with my dog H.E.R also in the group, forgot. I work with just whoever's convenient at the time. Shout out to my man Jumpman J, feel me? He also has made a lot of good shit for me. Shout out to my man Zeggy. Zeggy, what's the facts? You know what's going on.